So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. And today, as you all know, the discussion will be about social engineering and phishing attacks. So, we'll see how it works and we'll know briefly about it, and also we'll know how to be secure from this kind of attacks. So, let's start. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Adityarup Datta, and I am a cybersecurity researcher, penetration tester, and a CTF player. I'm from Kolkata and I'm very much passionate about this field. And you know, I'm also in on LinkedIn, so you guys can follow me on that. You can just search. That's all about me. So let's begin. So why we need to know this topic about the social engineering and the phishing attacks? Why we need to know? So the answer is very simple. These days online scamming is taking place everywhere, especially in this situation, in this pandemic situation. So and this topic is something that not only a cybersecurity person should know, also ordinary person have to know about this topic, right? So to protect their privacy from the attackers, or or the black hats, we need to know about this topic. This is a very basic topic in cybersecurity field, so everyone should know about this. And I think many of you already know about this, but who don't know, don't worry, I will make you understand, because everyone has the right to be secure and protect their privacy. So I want to be as transparent as I can. So enough talk, let's begin with this topic. So these are the some keynotes that we are going to see today in this presentation or in this webinar. So the first one is the introduction part, and after that the session will be how the attacker take the advantage by gaining your trust, and by taking advantage of your curiosity. Then we will see what social engineering actually looks like, and then we will know about the phishing and spear phishing attacks, and then vishing and then smishing, both kind of attacks. And after that we'll know about the malicious files used in social engineering as attacks, and then the types of malicious files like viruses, worms, trojan horse, spyware, adware, and so on. And after that we will know about the countermeasures for social engineering attacks, or you may say phishing attacks. So let's get into this topic. So now the introduction part comes. So what is actually the social engineering? So now social engineering is basically the art of manipulating people so they give up their confidential information. So how attackers do like this? Just like you may see that from bank, some personals, official personals calling you, right? So they are not the official personnel, they are just attackers, but they pretends in front of you that they are the official persons. So they calls like, we are the I am calling from this XYZ bank, and I am the manager. The thing is, your account will be blocked because you haven't used your credit card or debit card for many times. So if you want to you don't want to block it, then you have to give your debit card number, so we can just save your number. So they just wanted to scam you, right? They just wanted to know about your card number, your those personal informations about you, like your phone number, your debit card details, or your credit card details, like this. So this is the basically, this is actually the kind of social engineering attacks. So we'll see about it later. So here, as I written on my slide, that when individuals are targeted, like in case of phishing, we actually it will be like mass attack, but in case of spear phishing, like the types information these criminals are seeking can vary, like, but when individuals are target, the criminals are usually trying to trick you into giving your passwords or bank information or access your computer to secretly install malicious software like viruses, Trojan horse, like this kind of things. And when they install the malicious software onto your computer, then you can think that what can happen with your computer. Like, they gain the full control of your computer. They can take your picture by using your webcam on your computer. Like, he can just copy your whole files, your important files, delete your information, or they can encrypt your whole system, right? So you can think of what they can be by using social engineering. This kind of attacks are so powerful, and the social and very easy. This kind of attacks is very easy to do and very easy to perform. But the thing is, here the thing is, there is nothing much technical related to social engineering, because they just have to trick your mind, right? So you give the private information of yours to them, right? So this is the thing. And the criminals use social engineering tactics because it's usually easier to exploit your natural inclination to trust than discover ways to hack your software. For example, it's much easier to fool someone into giving their password than it's for you to try to hacking their password, because hacking your password is very tricky, next to impossible. These days, so much tricky algorithm are using in the password fields, right? We do not store password in a clear text form these days, so that's why it's kind of tricky, or not only tricky, it's next to impossible. So these days what attackers do is they just do with the social engineering kind of attacks. So that's all about the introduction part. And now how they take advantage of your trust and curiosity. So now you might see on your spam folder on the Gmail or Yahoo Mail things, there are so many emails. There will be so many emails that come from some unknown sources. Some of them will be contain some link, or some contain some downloads, right? So that not definitely I can tell you that there will be a malicious link or malicious downloads, but that can be, right? There can be some pictures, music, movie, documents, right? So when you see these kind of things, pictures, movies, so this is a movie file. Okay, this is a movie file, and the extension is already known by me. But the thing is that with malicious software embedded, that picture is malicious. It seems like this is a picture, but when you download it, there will be some viruses also downloaded onto your computer, and they can gain access from that picture, that virus. Okay, that can remove your important informations, important datas, whatever you think of that can happen. So this is the thing. This is basically the key points where the attacker actually take advantage of your system. This is actually social engineering. They just send multiple number of emails. Like, you are not being targeted here. here mass of people, a group of people are getting targeted. They just just write an email with that malicious software and sends to every a group of people, and from them there some people's getting tricked by them and give their full access of their computer. So this is the this is how they take advantage of your trust and curiosity. As I written on down on my slide, like contents of link, like your friend trying to fool you, right? So he give made a malicious link, and they just emailed you. So so you know that it's from my friend. Okay, your friend sent you, but you seems like you thinks like what he can do, right? So you just downloaded the software or you go to the website, but it can be happen there are some JavaScript or some other scripts, malicious scripts running on behind the scenes, okay, which you will never know. Okay, so when you go that website or downloaded that software from that email, you will the attacker will gain, or your friend will gain the full access of your system. So this is the thing. So now, what social engineering actually looks like? As you already said, that email from an unknown source, like your criminal manages to hack social engineer wants personal email password. They have access to that person's contact list, and because most of the people use on passwords everywhere, they probably have access to that personal social networking contacts as well. So now if let us say, like here is an example, your friend just gained access of your email or Gmail account. Okay, so now he have your Gmail account, then he can open your Gmail account, and he can there will be some friends where you where you mail to, like there will be some known person. They will if you want to infect them also, then he can open your email account, and then just that person from that group of people, he can just send a mail, the malicious link to them also, right? And if they opens your that malicious link, they will gain the control of your whole friends circle. So this is actually social engineering, right? Now here comes the phishing and the spear phishing attack. Now phishing looks like, phishing is for like here, like spear phishing, here phishing is like, right, as I written on my slide, phishing is a social engineering technique in which an attacker sends fraudulent email claiming to be from a reputable and a trusted source. For example, a social engineer might send an email that appears to come from a customer success managers at the bank. They could claim to have important information. Sometimes they call you rather than email you. So you may think like it's from the official personnel of the bank, right? So they could claim to have important information like a phone number or credit card information or debit card information. So you shouldn't give anything, any personal information by using phone or email. You just visit the branch, and then if they tell you to give phone number or something, then you can give that, but without going to the branch or by physically, without being physically, like physically go to the bank by phone call or by mail. Don't send any kind of private informations or your personal informations, right? So now uh, phishing is basically like here as many as individuals are possible. Like it targets actually wide net of people. Like you can say not a single person are not being targeted here. A group of people being targeted in case of phishing attack. Like uh, as I already said, if you go on your spam folder on email, there can be a multiple number of emails that come from unknown sources. So there can be some malicious emails, right? So don't open that. But the thing is, what if someone trying to hack you or trying to trick you by using that rules technique, and there can be the 90% possibility you are not being targeted. Like you are being targeted, but not only you being targeted. Most of the cases, what happens is they somehow gain your email account, like email account username, and then he he just first of all they just collect your informations, like not yours by no, but also but a group of people informations like email ID, and after that uh, in one time they say here that person just write an email with that malicious link and send a group of people, and after that from that group of people some people uh, get targeted, install the download the malicious software onto the computer or go to the malicious link, right? So the attacker gain control. So this is phishing attack. Now spear phishing attacks is like the non-targeted phishing. Like here the thing is uh, targets in case of spear phishing, uh, what is happening is here they are targeting a single person like you, like uh, they are targeting a single person, like whatever they want to get from you. They just know your name, your email ID. Uh, here they just try to hack a single person at a time. So that can be a spear phishing attack. This is basically the main difference between the phishing uh, uh, and the spear phishing. Like phishing is non-targeted phishing, you can say. So here in case of phishing, as I said, they are targeting a mass of people, not a single person. But in case of spear phishing, this is a target phishing. You are being targeted, not if only you are being targeted, not a group of people here. So this is basically the difference between phishing and spear phishing. So now the phishing is phishing. So now what is phishing? Now phishing is called voice phishing. So now what it means? Phishing is voice phishing. It means basically the phone calls, like fraudulent phone calls. So this can be a phishing attack. Uh, as I written on my slide, one popular phishing scheme involves the attacker calling victims and pretending to be from the IRS. The caller often threatens or tries to scare the victim into giving the personal information or compensation. Phishing scams like the one often targeted older individuals, but anyone can fall for a phishing scam. Phishing scam actually, as I said previously, that a attacker pretending like they are calling from a authorized bank. They just know that you have an account on XYZ bank. Just know this much, and they are trying to give know your personal information like your phone number, your credit card details, like this. So this is the only motive. So for that, sometimes they mail you and sometimes they call you. The calling is called phishing, and phishing is SMS phishing. Now they try to SMS you. Unlike email, they are using SMS or the messages, whatever, the text messaging. So this can be a smishing attack. So this is basically the phishing and smishing. Now the types of malicious files used in social engineering attacks. So now viruses. A computer virus, as itself a program file enabling it to spread from one computer to another, leaving infection as it travels. So virus is basically an executable file, and the virus may exist on your computer, but it actually infect or cannot infect your computer unless you run or open the malicious program. It can be auto run on your computer, right? So this is virus, and the capability is like it can be it can delete your some personal information, so like this. This can be a virus. So now worm. So worm is similar to a virus, and it's considered to be a subclass of a virus, but unlike virus, it has the capability to travel without any human interaction. Worm is capable to replicate itself on your system. So rather than you computing your computer sending out a single worm, it could send hundreds or thousands of copies of itself. Like it can mutate. The simple mean is it can mutating itself. So if a single worm is downloaded from the internet on your computer, it can turn out to be after a month like out of thousands, hundreds or thousands of copies in your computer you can see. So this is basically worm. Now Trojan horse. Trojan horse is basically a fast guns will appear to be useful software, but will actually do damage once installed or run on your computer. Unlike virus and worms, Trojans do not reproduce by infecting other files, nor do they self-multiply or self-replicate. It can propagate without the end user's assistance. Like the Trojan horse can do many things, but the thing is, when once downloaded a Trojan horse on your computer, without your attention, it can just it can propagate itself, and it's a complete package of virus and worms. Like it can trigger them to run on your system. So now spyware. Spyware is basically a malware, but the thing is here it's basically made for collect information about surfing habits or your browsing history or any personal information which you are typing on your computer, right? So keyloggers, you might know that the thing, the keyloggers. So what keyloggers do? Whatever you type on your computer, they just record its record. Like you are typing your Facebook email and the Facebook password. You are typing on your computer, but the spyware is the keylogger is just records that keystrokes what you are typing, and directly sends to the attacker. So you might you think that how much dangerous it is, a spyware is. So as I written on my slides, spyware is a bundle with other software or downloads on file sharing sites, or it's installed when you open an email attachment, right? So now adware. So adware is nothing harmful. It not mutate itself, and it's not like a harmful thing, but like it's just the motive of adware is like unwanted ads. The potential there is nothing on your computer, but some Sometimes it shows some unwanted ads on your computer on by your that own. That's the thing of adword kind of thing. So this is actually adword, and is used to sometimes it's used to gather your personal information like spyware and track the websites you visit, right? So this is kind, sometimes it's also uh, like like act like a spyware. So this is adware, and your device is probably infected with adware if you start seeing ads popping up in applications where you hadn't seen them before. So if your device showing some ads like popping up some ads, but you hadn't seen it before some days ago, so it might be a adware. There are 90% probabilities that there can be adware installed on your computer. So if there is, then check it and delete it. So now ransomware. So ransomware is basically uh, the computer system and demands that like ransomware is basically created by scammers who are highly knowledgeable about computer programming, and if the ransomware is coming on your computer, uh, uh, it can gain whole control of your system. It can also access your PC via your network, like you're infected with the malware. So this is also a type of malware, and it can spread through email attachment or through your browser. Uh, there are some examples is WannaCry, Beta, uh, and Server, and Rocky Ransomware. So from them, WannaCry is a very known and popular ransomware attack, where the attacker sends an email attachment on your computer, and after that, once you installed it on your computer, they just encrypt the whole system. Uh, they encrypt your whole hard drive. So you are so you do not if you do not have the key, you can't decrypt your system. So your information are totally locked. So after that, the attacker shows some ads or some text on your computer, like they need these amounts, so you have to send it via some methods like bitcoins, and this is untraceable, right? You already know that kind of thing. So so this is basically the okay, but there is no such evidence that can prove that after paying the money they just decrypt your computer. So there is no proof basically. So this is ransomware. And now rootkits. So rootkits can be very dangerous, and uh, it can it can be harmful for your system because it attacks on hardware level, and also it can remotely control your device, right? Once it's downloaded on your computer, the attacker can gain the uh, whole control of your system. Sometimes it works on root level or your computer level, and sometimes the provide hackers with administrative access, like whatever the attacker can do when they get the administrative access. So you might think that how dangerous it is, a rootkit is. So sometimes it can destroy your system also if your rootkits your system is not high end or something. So this is basically rootkits. And now, as I written down on my slide, rootkits can be installed in many ways, including through commercial security products and seemingly safe third-party applications extensions. Rootkits can't spread by themselves, but instead are one component of blended threats. So now the backdoor. So backdoor is something that bypass normal security controls to give an so, so now think that some attacker can use system control, and after that uh, he done their work, right? And after that he just uh, he just uh, reverse the connection and install a software on your system, okay? But you can't see that. But now when once he installed it a Backdoor on your computer, he can access your computer whenever he want, right? So this is basically the thing of Backdoor. So now the countermeasures. So what are the countermeasures will be for social engineering attacks? So there are actually three countermeasures which can help you for being safe from these kind of attacks. So the first one is don't tell anyone your confidential informations like bank info, credit card or debit card details or user ID, etc.
Always check URL before login or any kind of online transaction. Before giving any kind of details or personal credit card info on any website, check the URL before you give it. There can be a number of consequences that can happen after that. So please think of it again before giving the your personal informations. And don't install any garbage softwares from any unwanted sources or any unwanted or not reputed sites or trusted sites. There can be some possibility that it will be a Trojan or ransomware binding with it. So don't download any kind of software or any kind of files from any not reputed sources. So thank you everyone, and please stay home and stay safe.